It's officially cozy fantasy season, and I have 8 magical books that will make your autumn weekends absolutely perfect. Plus, I'm sharing my favorite cozy pairings for each book because we're creating the full experience here. Because it's the time of year for magical villages, gentle witches, and stories that feel like wrapping yourself in the softest blanket. So these 8 cozy fantasy picks capture those perfect autumnal vibes, plus the cozy rituals definitely help you up the ante and make each reading experience extra special. So grab your favorite drink and let's find your next magical escape. The first book is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and this is by Heather Fawcett. If you want folklore and a prickly heroine with a secret soft side, Emily Wilde is the ultimate fireside escape. So Emily is a Cambridge scholar, and she travels to remote Iceland to prove fairies are real. And while there, she finds missing children, icy locals, and her mysterious colleague, Wendell, who might just be Fae royalty himself, who knows? Now I have to tell you, I was instantly obsessed with the slow burn romance and just incredibly rich folklore. And Emily's steady bravery feels like autumn itself, you know? Quiet, determined, and just full of wonder. Now the perfect cozy pairing for this is hot cocoa with extra whipped cream. And I love a good pine and cedar candle, but to be fair, any candle you have works, and I think it will make you feel like you're right there in misty Iceland. But let me know if you've read this one in the comments or if it's on your autumn TBR. I know this was an incredibly popular book. Now, on my reading list is book 2 of Emily Wilde, and this one is entitled Map of the Otherlands. I haven't read this one yet, and it's on my TBR for this autumn season. Now, we have to talk about The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandanna. This book is pure joy, wrapped in found family and, of course, magic. Now, in this book, we meet Mika, who has always been a lone wolf, until 3 orphaned girls at Nowhere House beg her to teach them magic. So with a protective librarian and a mischievous cat by her side, Mika really discovers that, you know what, family can be chosen. And I think this one is perfect for anyone who loves a little gentle humor and, of course, cozy kitchen magic. Seeing Mika take those tentative steps towards belonging had me smiling at every turn and spell, and I just really couldn't put this down. This is perfect for homemade cookies fresh from the oven. I actually baked snickerdoodles after reading this, and if you have those twinkly fairy lights, I think that will set the magical mood. Now, I have to tell you, I just recently finished reading a new book by Sangu Mandanna entitled A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Now, this book follows Sarah, a witch who lost her powers as a teen, and now she runs a quirky enchanted inn. And then there's this ally who offers her a chance at restoration of her powers. So this is fun, we have cozy fantasy, and we see an unexpected ally offer her a chance at restoration of her powers. This one also has a found family element and a gentle romance too, and it really is a heartwarming tale of second chances and community and rediscovering magic in unexpected places. Now, both The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping, they both explore themes of found family, there's love, and belonging. But while Mika's story leans into more whimsical, fun, romance, and the magic of being seen for who you are, Sarah's journey feels rooted in healing old wounds and rediscovering her power within this quirky community. Now, I adore them both, but I have to say The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches remains my favorite because of its sheer warmth of its characters and the swoony, heart-tugging romance that is woven throughout the magic. Now, one of my favorite books from last year was Best Hex Ever by Nadia El Fassi. Think enchanted pastries, meet witty banter, and it's all set in a modern London. And we meet Dina, who runs this magical cafe that is famous for enchanted treats. But her own love life, unfortunately, is cursed. And then we meet this museum curator whose name is Scott. He arrives for a magical weekend. We see sparks and hexes fly in the best way. This is perfect for anyone who adores like modern witchcraft with that laugh out loud charm. Now, following Dina and her warmth in her cafe and going through the whole curse breaking had me grinning and cheering for her to kind of lift both the hex and finding love. Now, the perfect cozy pairing for this is a giant cinnamon roll, preferably if it's fresh and warm out the oven. And if you don't mind a little background music when you're reading, you have to put on cafe music too. I think that really ups the ante. But if you want to imitate the culture in the book, then you definitely have to get those Moroccan almond cookies. I'm blanking on the name, but if you know, you know. I'll put it in the video's description, but it's so, so good. Now, I do want to mention Nadia has a new book, Love at First Fright. Okay, this is going completely left. We have a ghost-seeing horror novelist who clashes and sparks with a Hollywood heartthrob while her best-selling book is adapted at this haunted English manor. Again, completely different vibes, but we kind of really see that what begins as tension over casting soon unravels into like this very steamy romance, and we're also dealing with restless spirits too. Now, Best Hex Ever is your true cozy autumn flavored romance that's full of charm, magic, and female friendship, but Love at First Fright cracks up the spice and the ante in a gothic paranormal setting, though I will say that those gothic paranormal bits take a backseat to the steamy relationship and romance. But I have to tell you, Best Hex Ever is my favorite. It felt like a warm cup of enchanted tea with just the right amount of sweetness and fall magic. Now, I also want to talk about the Village Library Demon Hunting Society. Oh my gosh, I have thoughts. Now, in this one, we meet Sherry. She's a librarian, and she thought her biggest problem was overdue fines, until demons show up in her small town New York library. And what follows is part supernatural mystery, part quirky comedy, with Sherry's dry humor leading the charge against all these demonic forces. This is perfect for mystery lovers who want a dash of supernatural fun. And seeing our main character cast her clever spells, the demon hunting team, all the things just made me feel right at home in her chaotic library world. For this book, you have to roll out a plaid blanket, bring the pumpkin spice latte, because this book is a perfect mashup of cozy mystery and fantasy. So let me know actually in the comments if you are team cozy mystery or pure straight up fantasy. I always find it interesting when authors blend genres, and I'm always curious to know what are readers' favorites. A book that took me by surprise last year was The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. Because in this one, we have a fortune teller, an ex-mercenary, a reformed thief, and a baker form this very unlikely traveling party to find a missing daughter. But what really shines through here is the warmth of their growing camaraderie as they journey through magical forest. This one is perfect for those character-driven quests, you know, like you're going on a mission, that feel like finding warmth also in the coldest places, and seeing their friendship come together. It felt so genuine, and I was really cheering for every small victory, like I was a part of the party too. The perfect pairing for this is baked bread, freshly baked bread. Or if you like me, you know, you can cheat and you can just go to the store, get some bread, but warm it gently so you can kind of tear a bit of it with your hands. And if you live in a climate where you have a fireplace roaring, this is perfect for that too. Now, I do know the author has an upcoming book. It's entitled The Keeper of Magical Things, and I am adding that to my autumnal reading list. Now let's talk about This Will Be Fun by E.B. Asher, because in this one we meet 4 burned out former heroes reuniting when a royal wedding turns into a rescue mission. So seeing them rediscover laughter, healing old wounds, and finding new hope together in the most entertaining way was absolutely a ride. I think again, this is perfect for people who love that ensemble cast with sharp humor and watching these flawed legends come together and reconnect, because it reminded me that, you know what, even heroes need laughter, because laughter heals, especially when you're laughing with friends, and just seeing them being snarky with each other, that just really made the reunion moment perfect. Now, the perfect cozy pairing for this is a big bowl of popcorn, your fuzzy socks, and just all the bookish movie night in vibes, because I feel this one is begging to be read during a cozy night in, where you're reading something instead of actually watching something on the television, you know? But also let me know in the comments if you prefer like a solo journey with an individual or a group going on an adventure, because the last 2 books I just shared kind of had like the group vibes. I was here for it, but is that something you're interested in reading? Let me know in the comments. Now, the next book I have for you is a Korean cozy fantasy. It is The Rainfall Market by Yu Yeong Kwang, translated by Sling Jong. Odds I butchered the name, I'm so sorry. But this is a fun Korean fantasy that is gentle, meditative, and quietly magical. Now, we have our main character, Serin, who wanders into this very mystical bazaar where there's lots of things happening. People are trading fortunes, there's a giant florist, there's a thrifty cat, just lots of things happening. Now, I do want to warn you, it's light on plots, but very heavy on the atmosphere. I found this one last fall, and it's now kind of a really comforting read, and I'm really excited to see what the author writes next. It's perfect for when you want magic without high stakes. Now, the perfect cozy pairing for this is a herbal tea, oversized sweater, something you can disappear into, you know, a nice jumper, your favorite jumper, and just anything cozy and dreamy that you can escape into. You need to pair with this book, because this is really going to take you on a ride. Now, let's talk about Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. In this one, we meet our main character, Belle, whose coven demands that she prove herself or lose her powers. So we see her guided by this grouchy warlock and a protective guardian as she faces magical trials that test courage and and belonging. Now, this is perfect for readers looking for those coming of age, coming of power stories. I think this is perfect for you because we really see Belle's determined spirit, and those slow burn friendships really remind me that sometimes finding your place is the greatest magic of all. Now, this one you're going to want to journal. I feel journaling is perfect, doing some maybe collaging, getting stickers together, having a creamy chai latte, because seeing Belle go on this journey might have you reflecting on your own growth, which is why I'm saying, journaling is probably the best pairing. But would you do a magical trial or just say, you know what, take my powers, I'm not about this life? Now, I do want to mention that Lucy Jane Wood has a second book. So this one is entitled On Charmed, and this one follows Annie. She's a perfectionist witch, she's hiding her family's disgrace, and she's tasked with mentoring this teen. Now, this teen is so rebellious, and remember, she's a perfectionist. And through mentoring this teen, she finds herself kind of building found family, also with a grumpy warlock, and it's just so cozy and romantic and autumnal, and it's heartwarming and full of magic and love, and just really learning to embrace imperfection. Now, if I had to compare the two, Rewitched offers us like a test-filled journey of, again, a witch trying to prove herself, but struggles with, I felt thin character development, But Uncharmed leans into warmth, found family, a sweet, slow burn romance once the story hits its stride, So be patient with this one. But of the two, I would have to say Uncharmed is my favorite. It has that cozy autumnal charm that makes you really want to curl up and stay in its world a bit longer. Now, for my cozy fantasy weekend, I have 2 books on my TBR. I will be reading Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. I will also be reading an early copy via NetGalley, The Keeper of Magical Things, and I will be baking cookies. So right now, I will be honest, it's not about vibes. I have some overripe bananas, I have oatmeal, I have chocolate chips, so I will be making those cookies. Maybe I'll make a small batch of snickerdoodles. I love doing those. So that's what I'm thinking for sweet treats. I always have my kettle full, so there will be a cup of tea. Not sure what kinds of tea I will be making, but I promise you there will be tea, maybe matcha, who knows? But I will be putting my feet up, grabbing my blanket, and escaping into these magical wells. I have to say, life has been lifing, so when you can escape into the pages of a book, take advantage of it. But let me know in the comments, what's your ideal cozy reading ritual? Do you make snacks? What's your favorite beverage? Do you get your cozy jammies or jumpers out? Drop your favorite setup below. Are you playing music, candles? Again, I'm always looking for new ideas to make my weekends even more cozy and magical. But also let me know in the comments, which of these cozy fantasies is calling your name? Let me know the books you're adding to your reading list, or if you're interested in any of the cozy pairings too. I read every comment, every single one, and I've gotten some great ideas from you, especially from my fall personal curriculum video. So if you haven't checked that one out, now is a great time. But also, if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up button, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I drop new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Check out the community tab. I'm always sharing updates and reading inspo as well. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.